Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about aesthetics and just how brain numbing they can be. From the it girlies, alternative, rockstar girlfriend, femme fatale, clean girl, and even caramel girls. Seriously, what the fuck is this one? We can't be serious. There is always a name for whatever clothes arrangement you decide to assort in the morning. And what a better way to talk about it than with a cute little lookbook inspo. And don't get me wrong, I adore dressing in all of those aesthetics, but here is the obvious difference. I like dressing in all of those aesthetics. Now, I'm not saying you must force yourself to dress in all of them, but confining yourself to a certain style while putting another one down is plain superficial. It's giving, I'm not like the other girls, I can't wear pink. And we can all see the problem with that. Not to mention, styles like gothic and the recently appropriated clean girl aesthetic have a rich history with their conflicts and struggles that often get brushed under the rug in the name of a trend. In an age that is so heavy on individualism and F the patriarchy and capitalism, the alarming rise of aesthetic core and curated personalities is hypocritical. Not only are you confining yourself to this box, but you're also draining your wallet by constantly changing your personality according to what aesthetic is trending on TikTok. You're creating this impersonal persona detached from reality in the pursuit of being special and different. This reminds me of this. Be careful that in the pursuit of wanting to be different from everyone else, you end up becoming just like everyone else. This was a thought in response to a musical guy I met who would put down literally everybody else's music taste and even genres at the time to uplift his taste in music and his own music. Bear in mind, his music was mid AF. He would put down famous successful artists saying their music was too basic, how this indie-core R&B jazz artist is better and so different from them. Nothing wrong with uplifting small creators, but if you have to insult one artist to uplift your music, then you're nothing more than insecure. And that is what the issue of aesthetics is creating. The book 1984 talks about major censorship and the authoritarian control imposed in society. How happy would Big Brother be to see how that is not even necessary when people are willingly molding themselves to one personality trait like Barbies on a shelf? Being perfectly curated package for the government to directly target with minimal effort, feeling too attached to that reality. Instead of reinforcing self-expression, aesthetics nowadays enforce a consumerist point of view. The internet makes this aesthetics trend last maybe 3 to 6 months, creating a society that consumes and demands more than ever before. The average person now purchases 60% more garments. We're also letting social media dictate the beauty of these aesthetics. Getting scrutinized when you go outside the hard lines of it further boxes you in. We allow social media to present us with a direct image of what an aesthetic is, letting it dictate our reality. But that's a video for another time. Now don't get me wrong, I have Pinterest boards with inspirations of styles I like wearing, but I don't let one simply dictate my style. As someone who grew up viewed as an academic tomboy, when it came to mufti days or school trips, people were often surprised to see how girly I can dress. And if you're not from the UK, mufti days are days where you bring in a quid to wear your own clothes instead of uniform, and that money goes to charity. Safe to say, I was a trendsetter. I didn't even pronounce that correctly. A trendsetter. Yes, darling. No, but really, I was sporting the preppy, old money V-neck sweater with a shirt and a skirt as my library outfit. Once I wore a baby doll style dress with thigh-high socks like a Chanel spring model. That prompted a friend at the time to ask, "Why are you wearing a dress?" He almost sounded incredulous. Like, why wouldn't I wear a dress? Am I not allowed to? Or does that go against this image you've created in your head of who I am? Constantly living within one style leads people to have a preconceived notion of you. So why would you allow someone else's image of you to be your reality? Luckily for me, my strong sense of identity and an ability to care about others' opinions about me led me to always wear what I want. So in which way can the previous point be chaining you? For example, imagine you're goth, but you see a dress that you actually like but doesn't fit the aesthetic of you and wonder what people would say. If you start to wonder about the judgment or exclusion you will face from those closest to you, then congrats, you have let yourself be dictated by an aesthetic. Do you know that scene in High School Musical when the song "Stick to the Status Quo"? It's exactly the perfect song that explains the issue of blindly following aesthetics.
Everybody gather round. Well, if Troy can tell his secret, then I can tell mine. I bake.
Like, imagine getting upset your homeboy can make banging food.
Someday, I hope to make the perfect creme brulee.
Ugh, what a banging song. Ironic how relevant it still is, actually. And it's funny because sometimes people just be in love with the idea of an aesthetic or the hobbies surrounding it. For example, dark academia. People never reading any high-level literature but wanting to be seen as it. Or my personal favorite, going to art galleries and museums to solely take pictures. My A-level art student, my heart despises you guys so much sometimes. It's funny because I have a lot of influencer friends as well. Yes, I know. I too am hypocrite, okay? Anyways, aesthetic has always been elitist and exclusionary since Tumblr 2013 days. If you are ever an antisocial soul, unfortunate enough to be on the platform through those times, especially as a BIPOC kid, you will see that it was always centered around thin white girls. Us BIPOC kids were left trying to fit in so hard into an aesthetic that never accommodated to us in the first place, or we were left being outcast. But back then, most of it was very centered within subculture. Now, with the rise of social media, those aesthetics have expanded to everyone with internet connection. First, it was an exclusive club, now it's a cult mass programming people into being carbon copies of each other. And we all know what the dangers of collectivist and communist mindset can create, especially at a time where we're seeing governments all around the world trying to force groups of people into a box more than ever. So, what is the key takeaway from this seemingly structured, unstructured lookbook? There is nothing wrong with dressing within an aesthetic, within multiple aesthetics, or participating in trends. What's toxic is solely identifying within the rules of an aesthetic, constantly giving to consumerism by feeling like you must be part of every trending TikTok aesthetic. We must be careful not to let our individuality get stripped away. Don't be afraid to enjoy what you really enjoy, to pick up new hobbies or habits even if they're not associated with your primary identity. At the end of the day, it's all about balance and tolerance. We are human after all, complex, multifaceted beings. More than ever, we need to come together with our unique differences and become united for important causes instead of arguing about superficial differences like, oh my god, what type of pretty are you? I can't take myself seriously sometimes, lol. And if you made it this far, make sure to comment and subscribe for more videos like this. Come and let me know on Instagram at carladiaz.borges what you thought of it. And let me know your opinions down below on aesthetics. Bonus question, what aesthetic would you put each outfit under?